Hey guys, you know what time it is. Weekly Weird News time.
That's
you were
right.
wrong, and I was right.
Okay, guys. Next time your naggy mom or your uptight principal get all aggro on you about how injecting marijuana is the devil, just blow a cloud of knowledge into their conformist faces, because it turns out that the father of English language poetry and playwriting, Billy Shakes,
Okay.
or William Shakespeare as he was known to the lamestream media.
Billy Shakes is his gamer tag.
Yeah. He wrote all of his best works while baked out of his mind.
Billy Shakes 420. I'm pretty sure that
Blazing.
guy yelled at me on Call of Duty one day.
Yeah.
So this is all a big maybe. So it's according to a study published in the South African Journal of Science. A bunch of smoking pipes that were dug up from around Shakespeare's property tested positive for cannabis when analyzed. And a few even contained coca leaf residue, so
The white stuff.
he's doing the yayo!
Nose candy. So, for years, literary scholars with way too much time on their hands have theorized that Shakespeare's works contain subtle references to cannabis use.
Sure.
Specifically, Sonnet 76 for some reason.
Yeah.
But these theories have always just sounded like the thoughts of someone who just really wants to believe that every great idea ever conceived was because of marijuana.
Yeah.
George Washington, man.
He got high and chopped down that apple tree.
Oh, man, he did it.
He crossed the Delaware when he was gacked out on yayo.
would have crossed the Delaware if he wasn't high, man. I don't know.
Would you be able to cross the
Just
Delaware
saying.
if you were fucking cracked out on cocaine? Because I don't know if I would be able to. Anyways, after this story started buzzing around the internet and popping up on various news sites, The Atlantic actually looked into it and quickly saw that the study being referenced was from way back in 2001, and that it had been resurrected by news outlets several times since then as if it was some new breakthrough. That's how the news cycle works now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's bullshit.
Yeah.
News sites just recycle old news all the time when it's a slow news day. Except for this news source, because we are
Number one,
ethical.
always. Even though we're literally reporting on a news story that was reported back in 2001 right now.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Anyway, The Atlantic also found that the original study never even fully concluded that it was cannabis in those pipes, just that it seemed like maybe there was, maybe there wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to analyze residue on a pipe
Yeah.
that's like 400
They
years
could have
old.
been just growing the hemp there. That hemp's real good at making rope and stuff.
Why would you smoke it?
No, it went into the ground and got all over the pipes. I mean, I'm no scientist. What it basically comes down to is we know almost nothing about who Shakespeare was as a person, so we kind of just latch on to everything potentially interesting that everyone comes across, regardless of how little actual evidence there is.
Yeah, so did Shakespeare smoke weed?
Yes.
Literally no one knows. What we do know is that at some point, before, during, or after Shakespeare's life, someone on or near his home property smoked something out of a pipe that may or may not have been cannabis.
Yeah.
Also, his house was turned into an inn just a few short years after he died, so it could have literally just been anyone passing through the neighborhood.
Listen, anyways, we can't help you prove to your lame-ass dad or your narc English teacher that your extracurricular habits are actually making you smarter. Now, what we can prove, though, is that drinking scotch and a half a six-pack every day will make you live forever.
This is true. See, this right here is Agnes Fenton. And
Yep.
earlier this month, she turned 110, making her one of the oldest people in the world. Due to her remarkable age, she's been profiled by both local and national news a few times since turning 100, and during an ABC World News report 5 years ago on her 105th birthday, she revealed that in 1940, at the age of 35, a doctor advised her to drink 3 Miller High Lifes a day.
Okay. So Agnes adjusted the prescription to include a shot of scotch, because why not? Then she followed that doctor's orders every day for 70 years until only recently when a different quack doctor told her that she needed to cut out the booze because her 110-year-old stomach just couldn't handle it anymore.
What are these newfangled doc? He's probably right out of medical school.
Yeah, get out of here, WebMD.
Too big for his britches, little Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, drink
as
his scotch.
much. Drink as much.
Do
of that
whatever you
scotch.
want.
You're 110 years old.
Who gives a shit?
You're literally too old to take orders from anyone. Go
Yeah.
kill someone. They're not gonna put you in jail.
Yeah, no, she couldn't have done it. She's 110.
Steal a car and drive it on the wrong side of the freeway. What are they gonna do? Oh, you're going to jail, Agnes.
Yeah. And even if you get hit and killed, it's like,
I'm 110.
110 years old.
I was gonna die soon, probably eventually.
Yeah, I've lived enough. I've been drunk for 70 years. So, in conclusion, if you want to ensure that you will live past 100 and that your life's work will still be universally well known 400 years after you die, just smoke weed all day and wash it down with a shot of scotch and 3 High Lifes. It's that simple, and genetics has nothing to do with it.
Genetics and
Schmanetics.
intelligence and your background worthless.
Yeah, completely
They're
worthless.
meaningless variables.
Yeah.
Just get fucking drunk and high every day.
At least you'll have fun.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna switch over to headlines extra early today because for whatever reason, the last week provided us with a goldmine of amazing weird headlines that actual news websites use on actual
We
stories.
couldn't stop finding the headlines this
They were
morning.
everywhere.
It was pretty crazy. So let's start out with poll shows significant support for Deez Nuts in 2016 election.
Now, we previously told you about Deez Nuts,
Running,
applying to be on the ballot, and he's doing pretty well. He's doing better than like Rick Santorum in a lot of polls.
There you go. But yeah, Santorum it's that sludge that you get when you mix shit and piss or something like that.
Yeah, when you fuck a dude in the ass, and then it's all just coming out.
That's what Santorum is.
True.
Also, I just like that the headline says support Deez Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
New York lawyer demands Game of Thrones style trial by combat. And the guy looks exactly like what you'd picture this man would look
Surely
like.
he can't make this happen for real.
No. He really wants it to, though. He's like going through like old pieces of American law being like, well, this is still technically on the books. Like, he has to fight me.
You also can't walk an elephant down the street.
Yeah, and you can
Probably a law.
You can kill a Scotsman at like every April 30th or something.
Shirtless man climbs Santa Ana Zoo monkey exhibit, screams, "I am Tarzan." This is a local story.
Yeah,
See, we fuck up too. It's not just Florida and Ohio.
I used to go to that zoo when I was a small child at zoo camp during the summer.
So this isn't all either. This was the second time this guy was arrested in like a week. And he was doing some weird shit before that too, and then they let him out, went right to the zoo and jumped in with the monkeys.
Maybe he's Tarzan.
What if that's true? And we treat all of our heroes like this.
Yeah.
Like, this guy can't be Superman, he's just mentally disabled.
Yeah.
But he can actually fly, but he can't
wasn't hurting
do it.
anyone.
He's strapped down to a table because he says he's Superman.
Did the monkeys accept him into their cage?
Sure.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Neither do I.
Woman wearing cow print onesie robs man at gunpoint in Belfast. Give me your money. Give me the fucking money.
She's just dressed like a cow?
Yeah, it's kind of genius though, because that was like the only, if you're gonna commit a crime, wear something just ridiculous, and that's the only thing they'll remember about what you look like.
That's true.
There was no physical description of the woman, they're just like, she was wearing a fucking cow onesie.
Did they catch her in the cow onesie?
No, she's free. She's not gonna get caught.
okay.
All she had to do was take off the cow onesie, change into something else.
Classic misdirect. Great.
Yeah.
A lot of tips on this week's Weekly Weird News here. Entire AirBaltic crew caught over alcohol limit.
Yeah, last week.
What is happening with flights?
I'm terrified of flying now that I realize that everyone who works on airplanes is just
in Europe.
In Europe is just like drunk and smoking
cigarettes and trying to bang.
Trying to have sex
porn stars
while flying a plane. The entire crew was over the alcohol limit.
It's ridiculous. I know that I am always over the limit when I fly.
Well, yeah, it's your
after
responsibility.
you get like halfway through the flight, they get real stingy on giving you the alcohol.
Well, you gotta
And
find
it's 16 hours. I'm gonna get drunk 3, 5, or 8 times.
Yeah, you gotta get a cool flight attendant.
Yeah.
I've had a few cool guys who are just like, hey man, next time I'll just bring you 2.
Yes.
You're gonna.
Very nice.
Connecticut man arrested for allegedly giving a 4-year-old a wet willy.
I mean,
Don't touch other people's kids.
well,
but,
that would be the obvious tip.
but
Wet willy sounds way grosser than it is.
Yeah,
though.
wet willy
It is pretty
sounds like a
gross.
sex
it's
thing.
It's pretty gross, but yeah, this isn't like a pedophile thing.
I mean,
it's just a
maybe.
really bad decision. I wouldn't try him as a
like,
pedophile.
hey there, cute little kid. Bloop.
Bloop. Yeah.
Like, what? I can't do that to someone else's child when I'm waiting in a doctor's office waiting room?
It's not as bad as it could have been.
I mean, I don't think the police needed to get involved, but
The child's father should have definitely gotten involved.
yeah,
I'll give you a wet willy.
in your butthole with my gun. I'm gonna lick the gun and put it in your ass.
Yeah.
That's an adult wet willy.
Judge orders Texas man to marry girlfriend and write down Bible verse. What?
America!
Why?
Hey guys, Sharia law is dumb. It's a good thing we have a great legal system here in the great state of Texas that's completely different than that.
Why is this happening?
The guy like beat up his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, and the judge is like, you need to marry that girl and write down a bunch of Bible verses or else I'm sending you to jail for 30 days. And then he's like, all right, well, I'll just do the jail for 30 days. Can I call my boss and let him know that I'm gonna be gone?
Okay.
No. He's like, fuck, I'll just do the get married thing.
Wow. Okay, well, at least he didn't have to go to jail for 30 days. Seems like a pretty...
Now he's in jail for life, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Old ball and chain.
Yes. Mothers Against Drunk Driving chapter president charged with impaired driving resigns. This is just like poetic justice. This happens all the time, I feel like.
Naggy, mad mothers and fathers against drunk driving, always
Getting drunk.
buying ads at the urinals in the bar telling me that I'm a degenerate. Looks like you're the degenerate now.
Yeah.
Forget Mickey. Mom throws party for toddler obsessed with personal injury lawyer.
This is like a guy that shows up on TV. He's a big fan of his commercials.
The pictures on this, I was dying earlier. It's just some like Larry H. Parker motherfucker on the TV, and the kid just like freaks out whenever he sees him on the TV. So they were just like, the parents were like,
wait, did they get someone to dress up as the lawyer?
No,
or did they get the actual lawyer?
No, they didn't get him actually there.
Oh,
they got like one of those cake printer things, so his face is on the cake.
Why wouldn't this guy show up?
He apparently sent the kid a signed photo.
That's it?
And he offered to meet the kid, and they're like, no, we're gonna hold that out, like we're gonna hold that card in our deck for when we're trying to get him potty trained and use it as leverage for him to like stop shitting his pants. Like, if you can learn how to like stop shitting your pants, we'll let you meet the
celebrities have done nicer things for children. And this personal injury lawyer, this ambulance chaser, won't visit this kid? We gotta get the internet on this guy. Actually, don't. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Don't do it.
They'll deflect all the blasts.
Prisoner surfs out of Norway jail. Okay.
So, you know how like Europe, they're like, oh, like our prisons are humane. Like we treat the inmates like human beings. And people are like, you know what, that's cool. I like that a lot better.
Yeah.
Turns out, like, some of these are literally resort prisons. It's a prison on an island.
Okay.
Where they just roam around wherever they please and they can fucking
They're
surf.
still on an island.
Still, the guy just got on a surfboard and like swam 2 miles to like the mainland.
Well, that's just some oversight. They weren't keeping a proper eye on him.
They said that there's like bank robbers and serial killers on
And there's
this
probably
island.
sharks in the water. Huckleberry Finn appears in court over rape charge.
Not the Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah?
Just someone.
There's more things wrong with Huckleberry Finn?
Huckleberry Finn's a great book. I don't know what you can see wrong with that.
I don't know.
It does say the N-word a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not Huckleberry Finn, it's just someone named Huckleberry Finn who's also
That is Huckleberry Finn.
up to no good.
Yeah.
Whole Foods' $6 asparagus water is just water with 3 stalks of asparagus in it.
I saw this. I don't understand this at all. This can't be real.
It's real.
That's like an idiot tax.
Yeah, well, apparently they were like supposed to let them sit for like 3 months and like infuse the water with asparagus stuff to make soups with. It's still stupid. $6 for 3 stalks of asparagus in a jar. You can do that at home, people. It's not that hard.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Asparagus is expensive though. Not that expensive. Whatever.
Bah.
Beer truck flips after driver gets distracted looking at cute puppy.
We've all been there.
Yeah, many times. I'm always worried about people dodging animals and causing bigger wrecks. It almost happened the other day to me because my girlfriend, who I won't name by name, but everyone knows anyway, like swerved to get out of the way of a fucking squirrel. And I'm like, you could have hit a child.
Oh,
and
this
then
wasn't
how
a
would it
dog like he was trying not to hit.
be? Oh, it was just next to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad stuff. But
was-
whatever I said, screw that. Yeah, that's really stupid.
Woman runs London Marathon without a tampon, bleeds freely to raise awareness.
Okay, yes, this is disgusting. But I think what I read was that she was doing it to raise awareness for countries that can't afford, whose women can't afford, Victoria, what do you call them? Not tampons, but, you know, what's the term that isn't a brand name but an actual feminine hygiene.
Napkins?
Yes, feminine hygiene products. So that's why she did it. Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, like a lot of countries can't afford toilet paper. I'm not walking around with shit all over my ass.
I mean, you said it, not me.
I mean, I don't see the difference.
Would you run a marathon with a shitty ass?
No.
All right.
Because it's disgusting and no one wants to see it.
Yeah. What if you like jerked off into your pants and then ran a marathon?
That's where babies come from. Don't fucking equate cum with shit.
Okay.
One of those
Well,
creates the world.
don't equate period blood with shit either then.
That's where babies come from.
Yeah.
Period blood's like the shit of the vagina.
Oh, you're gonna have to cut that out. All
It's
right.
literally waste.
And let's end on a good high Florida note because in Tampa Bay, a man who took a joyride on jail lawn arrested again for crashing into, wait, what? He drove onto the lawn of a jail and crashed into the entrance of the jail twice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he took a joyride on a jail lawn.
In his own car as a free man.
Yeah, he was just doing donuts on the lawn of a
As
jail.
a protest?
Got arrested. I don't know, he's from Florida. Got out of jail, came back like 2 weeks later, started doing donuts on the jail lawn, crashed into a flagpole, got arrested.
I don't.
There's video of it, and there's jail guards just like
What do we do? He poured to tire himself
It's
out.
the same car. He's back. How many times do you have to arrest this guy?
Stupid.
That's been Weekly Weird News.
God.
Go watch our other stuff.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.